Bobkast here at the Kokomo Post Sports. I'm your host, Jay Stevens, and this show is special because we're not only joined by the head coach once again in Chandler Levinston-Simon, but we also have a Bobcat All-Star with us today as well. Chandler Levinston-Simon once again back, and it's just coming after a game where the team set a franchise record, most points in a game. Going to dive into that later on, but Chandler, welcome back to the show.
Appreciate it. Happy to be here.
And to my left, it is the Bobcats All-Star this year in the TBL All-Star game. That's later on this week. It's Larry Plummer. Larry, welcome to the show.
How you doing? Nice to have me.
You know, I want to start with you first, get back to Chandler second, but you're an All-Star for the first time since you've been a Bobcat. How does that feel?
Well, I feel nice, with a different group. It's not the same team normally. It was 3 years with the same team, same coach, but now it's a new team, different coach. But, it's nice to go represent my team and try to win the MVP for sure.
You know, that stage could be a little nerve-wracking. You might be sweating a little bit more than normal. You nervous about that game?
Nah, we in Medora house, and, we're going to be there in a few weeks. So, I might as well go and break the ice while I'm there now.
I like that. I like that mindset. Sure. So with the TBL, do they have three-point contests and other things like that?
Yeah, but I think that's the night before.
It's three dunk, and then they also do a one-on-one tournament.
Oh, that's you.
Nah, I'm cool. I'm going to be chilling.
They're going to ask you if you want to do it.
Oh, well, maybe not. I don't know. It just depends.
I saw the way the team is shooting currently right now. It wouldn't shock me if you accepted an invite if they asked you to do the three-point contest, because you were hooping, the whole team was hooping, your shot was falling like crazy. Did you know that was going to happen in the game on Sunday?
It was kind of surprised when I did it. When I kept jab stepping the defender, then I head faked, then I seen the clock was at 2. I'm like, wow, I need to throw this at the rim. So I shot, and it felt good. So when it went in, then that's all I needed to see one. And then it was 2 more after that. So, I was feeling good. Then another one. So, yeah, for sure.
He was half a second from getting yelled at.
Real.
I was watching that game, and you were on, B Wood was on.
Oh.
Johnny hit a 3. I'm like, and I think I looked over and saw your face. So I was like, what is this? But everybody was clicking. When last time we talked, Akeem was here, and he was saying, we had a feeling we were going to have a game like this. They had a game like that once again. 10 players scored in double figures. Every player scored. Are you amazed at what's going on right now with this team?
I want to say yes, but at the same time, no. So, yes, because it's finally coming to, fruition. But no, at the same time, not really surprised because it's kind of what I had envisioned for this team. Coming into training camp, I definitely knew we had all the firepower and pieces to do things like this. Also, you may not know, I think that also might be a TBL record. There's never been a team that's had 10 guys in double figures.
Oh, wow.
I don't think so.
Wow, I did not know that. You being the point guard, leader of the team, I see you come down the court and directing everything to the point that earlier in the game, you guys are coming down, one guy on the right side, I don't know if it was Trey Mitchell or somebody else, you like, get over there. And, of course, he went to the corner, and you're like, not just the coach on the court, but you're orchestrating everything. Do you get a sense and a feel of guys early in games saying this guy might get hot or that guy might get hot as you're running the offense?
Well, it just depends on how we, if we warm it up, everybody's sweating different ways. So, it just depends on how everybody feeling. If I see Akeem hit one, then I'm going to go back to Akeem.
Okay.
For sure, being a point guard, I'm going to feed him till he get tired. Then if I see Trey Mitchell back door cut to the rim, I'm going to feed Trey on the next, So it just depends really who feeling in a moment. Really, it's not just how the game's going, but just depend on how the person feeling, because you can see Akeem, he went from hitting 1 to about 3 threes. Then he passed it right on to Trey Mitchell, and he hit like 2 in a row. So, then Trey Barber hit 2. So it's just like they was just passing the torch. So, and I realized as the point guard, and so I kept feeding the beast.
B Wood is one that is, everyone in Kokomo loves him. He's grew up here and everybody knows him. But man, he's the older guy on the court, but he's playing like he's one of the younger guys. He just keeps going and keeps hooping, and he comes down. His shot, it's one that I love seeing, because when he goes up, I almost think it's automatically going to go in. How does his play kind of infiltrate the team and impact how everybody else is playing?
He a vet, so by being a vet, I think B Wood, I already know that. So he go out there, lead by example, try to, bring more energy to the players, take what he can get. So, if that 3 looking good, I don't blame B Wood pull. And he was pulling it, and it was going down. You know, so and he was at home, so I could just imagine how he's feeling, and it was looking good. So yeah.
I know you get a special spotlight seeing him play every day.
Yeah, you know, he definitely. There's been moments, like I said, I don't know if I told you about this, but in training camp, we played a game. It was 12-minute quarters. He had 30 at half.
Excuse me?
10 for 11 from 3. He didn't take a layup.
See, I was just having like 3-point contest in games down. He's the one leading the whole thing.
I kind of turned to that. You know, it was one of the last days of training camp. I was like, okay, oh no, you do this. I knew it, but like, you know, it's different. Like seeing it.
Yeah.
Okay, no, you do this. You shoot that ball. Okay.
Right.
I'm not even mad. You wear my old number. I was just playing. He had it first. He a little older than me. I give it to him.
No, that's crazy. 10 of 11. That reminds me. We're going way back. But when the 92 Dream Team, they had that closed scrimmage, wasn't no cameras around, and things went a little crazy, and just seeing how things worked with that team. But y'all have had those same type of moments where 30 at halftime, the oldest guy on the team, you're like 10 of 11 from 3. You know he possibly can do it, but then seeing it with your own eyes in practice, that's great in training camp. But then seeing it in the game, that wasn't the first time I've seen him shoot like that. And I've only been to 2 or 3 home games so far, so it hasn't been as many games as you guys have played. Yeah. But man, his shooting, it seems like it's contagious. More guys get it, and I was looking forward to maybe a time the team hits 150, 155. Not saying it's going to happen.
That's the goal, 160.
That's the goal?
Yeah, for sure.
So my father-in-law was asking, and I don't know y'all contract situations, asking if you guys get more money for more points you score. And I don't know, but that's 2 games in a row in Memorial. You guys have scored franchise records, and y'all just keep playing hard to the final whistle. I love that.
For sure, yeah. We set records for sure as inside the locker room as a team, but coach don't say 150, but he just really say terms as keep the team under 100. Really keep them at 95, and we just do whatever we do. So by us playing and keeping them at 95, it helps and it keeps the defense, obtained. So we know we got to keep somebody at 95. We got to play hard at a certain tempo, and hey, Trey Mitchell started, and everybody else just eat it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say, too, with Brandon, the difficulty with guarding him is you don't know if he's going to pass or shoot.
Right.
Because there's times where it's like, oh, okay, you're not shooting. And other times it's like, oh, today's that day, you're going to shoot. But then he'll switch off between the two also with in-game, too, and he'll throw lobs and backdoor cuts and everything like that. Because once you play at a certain level, you pick up on things. You get a sense of how guys are moving around you and how the flow of the game and different things like that. It's honestly a blessing for me because he's got a wealth of knowledge. Like it's not every year, first year coach gets, somebody that's, that can do things like that.
How has this first year been for you so far, kind of middle of the season as your first time coaching the Bobkats? How's it been for you so far?
I mean, it was good. I'll say I'm definitely enjoying it. It's definitely different. Mm-hmm. It's a different level of responsibility. But at the same time, I welcome that, and I guess I could say, like I've been saying, I've been prepared for it my whole life, I guess. But
now, Larry, we talked at media day about him being a first-time coach, and I asked him about his nerves. He said he really wasn't that nervous. I think you guys kind of saw that too. What have you seen from Chandler? Because you played with him, and you were coached by his dad. So what have you seen from Chandler this year? Maybe you didn't know about him as he's been the coach.
Well, that's kind of hard, Well, that's kind of hard. You played 3 seasons with him, now you're head coach. But, I mean, really, I can see that Chandler really been paying attention to his dad, Coach Cliff. That's been, I understand, because that's his dad. But still, being in a position as a player, then you go as a, coaching staff, it's kind of hard because you got to play. You got to understand the players, then at the same time, you got to adjust because you got to adjust to the game. Mm-hmm. So I think he's doing good because, Chandler's, you could tell that he's been paying attention by, how we playing 7-1, So, which, this is inside stuff, it's some inside that, I'm about to say, but we shouldn't. But at the same time, Chandler was saying, like, with some players, it'd be hard to, I guess, like, go from being cool, and now you got to coach him. So now he got to, he had to go from being a nice guy to, you got to understand, I got to discipline you. So, as being a brother, now he disciplined you, you understand that you got to set examples. So me being a vet, I understand Chandler. He want to be a vet, so I come in. And I be like you said, the coach on the floor for him. So I lead and help him, but he cool. This something it's new, but at the same time it's not because it's his background, like he was saying. So I ain't surprised.
Has that transition for you, from him being your brother and a teammate to being the coach, been difficult?
Nah, me, because you gotta understand, he want the same thing I want to win at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Win for Kokomo, a championship in Kokomo.
Yeah.
So, like he was saying, you just gotta be tuned in and locked in.
Yeah, man, I definitely broke it down to the guys at one point too, because I was like, it's just Johnny's not gonna do what Larry does, and Larry's not gonna do what Johnny does. So my job as your coach is just, to put y'all in position to succeed, and that's my job. Everybody got a job to do. We all do our job. We all gonna look good. We all gonna succeed.
Has Dad been helping you out so far?
Yeah, we've had some calls here and there about some different things, and I hear some things through the grapevine through my family. I'm like, oh, you thought I did a good job, huh? Okay, I'll take that. All right.
I remember, I don't know if you heard about this, but after the first win, you got a call or a text from your dad. He just simply said, good substitution. I'm thinking, you could have said anything, good job, congratulations. But he said good substitution first, and then went into saying congratulations and all those things. But it sounds like that's Coach Cliff. I never really met him, didn't get to talk to him, know him personally. But him first saying good substitution, it's like, oh, you still coaching me. You're still that guy.
For sure, yeah. Always going to be a mentor. I can see that for
That's
sure.
on brand, for sure, for him.
Yeah. Now, when Coach Cliff was still here, we talked about Chandler emphasizing defense, and you even saying keep the team at 95, which is, dude, it's hard. You guys playing up and down so quickly, it's hard to keep somebody at 95, but you guys strive to do that every day. Do you see Coach Cliff in him every day practicing in games?
For sure, like Coach Cliff once said, do 3-3. We do 3 stops, 3 scores. So by trying to stay at 95, if you can get, 3 of them each quarter, then at that some point you holding the team back, and us we try to keep 25 a quarter, 30 a quarter, nothing too much. You feel me? So if that's our range and we keep them at that, then I feel like we're gonna be cool, and that's Coach Cliff way. So he's just putting more emphasis on Coach Cliff way by even putting it now more in your head. Hey, we gotta do this, we gotta do this, we gotta do this. So you gotta understand and adjust to it for sure.
No, plus he definitely called me. I was like, yeah, I'm like, hey, right now we looking at top, number 1, 2, 3 in defense, points allowed per game. He's like, oh, you'll enjoy being number 2 for the rest of the season. So what you mean being number 2? It's like, I'm gonna get there. We gonna be number 1. You gonna be number 2. That's all right though.
Sound like me. That sounds so. That's funny.
That's funny though. I do enjoy that. So looking back a little bit, we talked about this past Sunday's game. But then I saw there was a time when you guys played Lebanon on back-to-back dates. This is going back a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
What happened there? Because that wasn't originally on the schedule.
Yeah, we were supposed to go to St. Louis.
Okay.
So St. Louis had some scheduling conflict or something that happened. I'm not 100% sure. They asked us, hey, can you guys fill in? She only an hour away. I talked to the guys, and they said, all right, yeah, no, we want to play. We'll play today. Crazy thing is we just got out of practice. We had a whole full practice that day. Yeah. Yeah, so we had a full practice that day, and then we were ready to go. We were just, all right, we're going to get ready for the next day. But ended up we playing that night. I'm like, well, if we play this night, we're off for a day. So there's that.
Y'all ended up winning that game, I believe. Won the first day, won the second day. We got to talk to Big Fudge about the impact on the body of playing back-to-back days. We didn't even discuss having a full practice and then just really out of the blue saying, oh, we're playing tonight. Was that hard on your body?
Oh yeah, that's for sure hard. I remember we really, as some vets, I can say me, Fudge, Johnny, and some more. We always did a 3-3. Like I know Chandler was on the squad too. We did 3 back-to-backs. You got Coach Cliff made sure we played 3 back-to-backs twice in 1 month. So I mean it's tough, but he doing good with the minutes right now. He's making sure everybody stay at a certain so we can have keep your bodies up and strong. So I mean it was tough, but at the same time you got to be prepared for the unexpected. And so he asked me first, what do you think? And I'm like, let's do it. It's something it's a challenge, and I think my team we can do it. So we ended up winning by 1 point, but we won at the end of the day. So yeah, it was hard on our bodies for sure. But once we warmed up, got to going. Second half we really got to going and finished the game for sure.
You guys recently went to Canada, and I think you guys played 2 games up there.
Yes.
played last year, played this year, and I didn't even realize when I saw the schedule originally, they're not in the TBL. That's a completely different league.
Yes.
Does that league play different than you guys play in the TBL as far as style of play?
I mean, they're a little more physical. I will say that. Usually because, you get a little bigger guys here and there because their budget's a little bigger.
Okay.
So usually with a bigger budget, you can spend a little bit more on bigs.
Yeah.
So you end up getting, some bigger guys in there. And then also, too, the refs let a little bit more go up there.
Okay.
So you got to deal with that as well. So that's the change of pay. Also, the venues are huge.
Oh.
Yeah. So like the size of everything's in a hockey arena.
Oh.
Up there.
You're thinking like 10,000 plus. Or maybe eight or nine, but still.
Yeah. It's like mini United Centers up there.
Okay.
So like you're playing I don't know if you've been up there, but the whole arena's on ice.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the floor is bigger too. So we had to adjust to that as well.
Oh.
Then you had the FIBA rules. They could be inside the paint. We can't. So it was a lot of different rules for sure. Yeah, it was a lot we had to get used to.
That's hard. That got to be hard as a player to adjust literally on the fly for
especially
2
if
games.
Your coach and you the point guard, and your coach telling you got to be the coach on the floor. So you got to be like, man, whatever, this and that, adjusting. So it was a lot for sure. But at the same time, we had to adjust. Split the counter. Beating the number 1 seed. Losing by the number 2 seed, which that's fine. But
that's not bad. I mean, it's difficult and hard. Bigger court, different rules, different way the referee, and that's right. Hard. But to go out of the country, a different league, leave there 1-1, that's got to make you feel good about where your team currently stands right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Us being the number 1 seed, that's the best. I think that's good because not a lot of teams in the TBL have beat a Canada team, which I think we could have for sure beat KW Titans, but it was kind of hard because they had a nice tempo. Then the referees with them, you're not about to try to. I don't think they was gonna let us try to get 2-0 over there, which I think our team would, if they'd let it been fair, it'd have been closer to the wire for sure. It'd have been a harder game for them, but we in Canada, so we had to adjust to that, but it was fine,
Yeah, I mean they definitely didn't make it easy. I think we were the second team to get a win up there.
Yep.
In the TBL, yeah, because I think Derby City was the first team. And they happened to do it 2 days before us.
Oh, wow.
I was kind of, I'm not going to lie, a little disappointed.
But who we beat?
I wanted to be the first.
But who we beat matter more, I think that was the number 1 seed over there. So, and we right now, we number 1 seed now. So we took that as a challenge. Us being number 1, them being number 1. So, that's what we did upon, the London Lightning.
Is it hard right now for the team? I don't know if Chandler, for you right now, teams top of the league or top of the conference, not sure which one it is, but they're 7-1, playing very, very well. Mm-hmm. Is it hard right now? Because every team is coming for the Bobcats to take them down. Is it hard for you to prepare for these games knowing where the team everybody's trying to take down?
But that's been kind of our mindset for the past 3 years since I first got here as a player. Yeah, everybody wanted to beat the Bobcats. Because when you're a good enough team, because the first year I didn't play with the team, but I came and practiced for them in playoffs, and you guys ended up winning you guys played in the conference championship, right? Yep. They played in the conference championship. So when you're usually one of the top teams in the conference, you're gonna get everybody's best game. Yeah. No matter what. So it's one of those things we've had guys that have experienced that, and they kind of know, hey, they might have been terrible the other night against them, but we're gonna get their best game. So, it's just something you kind of get used to. It is what it is. And, scouting-wise, it doesn't really change too much for me. You get used to it for everybody coming, trying to take your head off? Yeah, this been, this another year. I think this year, we're much better. So, why wouldn't you want to come out the best here, Yeah. If I was the other team, I would too. And, us being Kokomo, we already know it, so we adjust to it. We got to go hard in practice. We compete harder for different teams, prep better, and that's it. That's all we do. Yeah. They've something my dad said, and it's kind of, all roads run through Kokomo. Yeah. Yep. So, it's been, that's been stated, and it's still, that's still standing strong. Yeah. Do guys get big eyes when they walk into the gym for the first time to see where they're playing? Because I've seen videos and pictures of other gyms.
but Memorial's different than most other gyms you guys may play in.
Sure.
Do guys, the opponents, be like, man, these guys play in here. This is crazy. What's the reaction?
It was crazy. I know it have to be because when I first walked in Memorial, I was like, wow, I'm like, I'm about to play in this. So if you got to come here and play against that, then you see a crowd, and you'll be like, wow, they really jumping it. Then it don't, Kokomo, we really, our gym really be rocking. Like it's not. It's not unknown that Kokomo, you come in there, hey, they fan base, and hey, you gotta come with it. So
it's a party. Every time.
If you're not ready for a party, you might get drunk and fall over. So and that's the type of team that we are this year once again. So
It's a party, man. You be on the sidelines ready to party too, because I'm talking about them shooting earlier. I think it was you in the corner. And I'm thinking opposite end of y'all bench. You in the corner, you get a pass from somebody. Fudge already walking to the other end celebrating. You hit the shot. I look at you celebrating. Y'all having a party the whole game.
Yeah, sometimes I gotta remember, be distinguished. Rein it in.
Hey, this man distinguished with that. He had that turtleneck tucked in with the suit.
Hey, his daddy teaching him good, ain't he?
Players are the only ones that like awards. I like the best dressed coach. I won it.
That is.
I won it one time.
He gotta have his own challenges. We gotta win at everything.
Hey, I want to win off. Going to take this on the court too. I want to win at that too.
So why not?
So I was going back through your kind of player questionnaire that you filled out at the beginning of the season, and there's one thing that stuck out to me: the favorite person you'd like to meet, and it said R.I.P. Kobe. Yeah, Kobe's my guy, my favorite player of all time. I literally cried the day he passed away. Never met the man in my life.
Same.
But his post-playing career, when you saw him with his family, saw him with his daughter, saw him coaching, that meant something to me. And then all of a sudden, it's like I started to become an NBA fan when Kobe got to the league. Okay. And so that whole thing it hit me different. Why Kobe? Why is that somebody you'd like to meet?
Well, I think me. Being who I am, I think my what I go off is mentality. So with Kobe mentality, a lot of people say that they try to live by what Kobe do, but I really try to live by what Kobe do. You might ask Chandler like being a teammate. I'm gonna be in that gym 4 or 5 times a day. I go to bed at 1, wake back up at 5. Try to get a nap. If not, I'm not mad. So me, I was living off what Kobe. And still doing it to this day, So, and it's not about that. He always, it's about winning with me, and Kobe's winning. And, then he's a family man, that's very important to me. I really never had a father in my life. So,
okay.
Him being a dad still, winning in life, in his career at the top of his level, that was very impactful. And I want to be the same way, at the same time, I want to win on the court, but off. If I could, be a great dad, I'm going to be that. So, there's more to come with that, but at the same time, it's just let's step in peace.
Yeah, I can attest to his work ethic and things like that and how much he wants to win. I've seen Plumm being a teammate and as a coach, he get on you. He gonna yell at you. It's all out of love though. He gonna yell at you, man. If you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, he gonna get on you. He's supposed to though, because that's what I expect from him as my point guard. Because if he can get you right, I'm gonna let him get you right. If he can't get you right, then you gotta deal with me. So, and one thing too is, he's always in the gym. That was one thing I loved about him as a teammate and as a coach now. Like, because he challenged me because I was like, oh, man, how many times you get shots up today? Huh? You went twice? Damn, I got to go 3 times. So, we'd always have a little shooting competition, things back and forth. I give him credit. He one of the only people that's ever beat me.
There we go. That's all I need to hear. I was going to ask that question. Hey, did I beat you though, Coach? Yeah, 2-1.
What's today? The 20-something, was it the 20-something of March?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say it. He beat me.
Yep.
He got me.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And it was his drill.
It's on the record.
Yep.
It was about 1.
Yep.
1 or 2.
Every time.
Need to run it back. Get it on camera. Put it at halftime of a game.
He was in player mode. Now he in coaching, so they might be a little rusty. Right now you can't be rusty. I'm feeling. I'm
here for it.
Nah,
yeah. And I don't want to be my coach at that game because he still like it. So
he might do that to Coach Carter.
And I'm really gonna say something. I'm really gonna. As I compete, I'm really gonna say some. This and that, and he know that. So
I get 3 weeks. I might.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. He can get it going now.
I did the same drill with Orlando. He was upset.
hey, he can hoop.
Oh yeah, that's big. Yeah, we call him.
Man,
Yeah,
he gets on the
sure.
court. He can beat anybody off the dribble.
Especially when he locked in, and he's not even that fast. That's what people don't understand.
Why you gotta say it like that?
No, I'm not. And it's like Luka. It's like Luka.
Okay, I know I'm messing
it's
with
like it's like I might not look fast, but at the same time, I'm beating you at what I need to get to. So is very. He understand what he need to do when he get out there.
He understands angles,
and that's all that matters.
And how to beat you and maneuver and use your body against you.
And he like to put the body on you, so that's a lot you got to deal with. You don't know if he gonna head fake one dribble or take you to the cup.
Yeah.
Man,
and he can shoot too, so you dealing with a lot.
Yeah, he can shoot it.
3-level score for sure.
we talked about B Wood earlier.
Yeah.
You got Lando, you got B Wood.
Mm-hmm.
Akeem is also another one that can beat you off the dribble, but he's been shooting a lot. It's a lot of guys. I'm like,
Man, we got T.J. Henderson, we got Richie. We got Trey Mitchell. It's like he said.
There's so many guys on the team that can utilize a true dribble pull up, a one dribble pull up, 2 dribbles get to the rim, and it's angles, and it's just blowing my mind at how easy they make it look.
Yeah, and the one thing is too, we haven't seen the tip of the iceberg with Joe.
Yeah, not yet.
That's another one.
ISO Joe.
ISO Joe?
Yep, that's the thing I do. I get everybody a name. I try to give everybody a name that's on the team. And I'm pretty. I think I got everybody pretty much.
What's his name?
That's Chan.
Okay.
AKA Mr. Tips. That's an inside joke, but I can't tell you. Mr. Tips. Hey, that's his name.
I'll ask around.
Yep.
The next game is on the 12th.
Yep, at the crib.
Of April.
Yep.
It's a Friday. I want to ask around. Talk to some players. Try to figure out the inside story.
Talk to them. See if you can get them in the corner and ask them about it. Keep it within y'all. You gonna understand?
I gotta add Big Fudge. That's it.
Yep.
I know.
He don't know.
He don't know.
No, he wasn't here for it. No, he wasn't.
Big Fudge was a part of Lebanon. Now he's a part of the winning staff. He was in Lebanon. No disrespect to Lebanon, but Kokomo, this is our area. So Big Fudge was on the other side, but Mr. Tips come with the winning. So you got to be a winner to understand. You got to be with the winner to understand. So that's Chandler name. I got a lot of names for sure, but yeah.
Describe what it's like playing a Memorial on a Friday, and I say this because last time we were on the show, Akeem was here, and we were talking about what it's like to play inside Memorial. And he made a comment because it was only Sunday games. There had not been a Friday or a Saturday. And Chandler said, you got to wait till a Friday or Saturday game because it's different.
And it's different. And, and it's so different. Like we were saying, man, Fudge was talking about it because, we've been here. And we like, wow, bro, our Sunday games still get almost 3,000 people. So we like, we was telling our teammates, y'all haven't seen Friday or Saturday, And they like, bro, we could, you can only imagine because on a Friday or Saturday, everybody can show up on a Friday. Saturday, people got churches and stuff like that to go to. So Friday and Saturday, it's going to be, and it's crazy. We play Medora again at the crib for our first home game on the
12th.
On the 12th, that is a Friday.
It's a
Friday night. Friday,
I think we play the 11th too, though.
No, we play on a Sunday.
11's away. The 12th.
The 11th's away.
Yep, Thursday, Cincinnati. Then we got Medora, then Glass City Sunday.
Yeah.
At the crib. So it's gonna be for sure. Very excited on that Friday.
Yeah. I'm excited for that one. I don't think there's a better, opportunity for somebody than that Friday because if you're gonna come out. That's the best time to come out.
The best time. It's like I don't know. You will get your best Bobcat basketball on the Friday.
Exactly. And if you've never been to a game, that is a game that you will not want to miss because it's gonna have you hooked.
And we play Medora, so they gonna come back with a chip on their shoulder, and we still fight for the same spot, number one. And we ain't trying to back down. This is our house, so it's gonna be a game.
Last thing here, and this is going to be directed at you first. I know you could probably gonna chime in as well. I believe at least one former Bobcat is on Medora, I believe. I recognize Hawk when he was here on that team. You mentioned there were other players that used to be on the Bobcats, I think, on the team.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Corey came with us.
Yep, we came
with us. So it was Corey?
It was Corey, yeah.
Okay. What's it going to be like in that rematch with one of your former teammates here in a couple weeks from now?
Same mindset. We at the end of the day, that's my teammate. Me and Hawk pretty close too, but like I said, we the Kokomo Bobkats, they Medora Lumberjacks, you feel me? So lead by example. And they know that we ain't trying to bow down to nobody. We the king that you bow down to us. And it's gonna be in our house. So Medora know, just like Hawk know, and the rest of his team, is that we ready to see y'all again, and set another example, So yeah, for sure.
You ready for the rematch?
Yeah. Oh man, I'm always up for that. I mean, I love that's the one thing I'm not gonna lie. I love is getting everybody's best.
Yes.
Because it's a chess match for me. I like puzzles and strategy games and things like that. I'll sit up all night and play just different strategy games. So as for me, I get to another chance I get to do that, and I get to do that on a big stage too.
What's your favorite strategy game?
Right now, I cycle through like 5 or 6 of them.
Okay.
But like for right now, it's what's it? Nuts and bolts. It's one of them games where you gotta unlock you got to unlock the bolts, whatever, and then like the wood pieces fall down.
Yeah.
Take a look, strategize. Sure.
Yeah. It's puzzles and stuff. I like that type of stuff. But
Last thing, I know I said last thing, but so much on my mind. On your questionnaire, you said your ideal vacation is somewhere outside pretty.
Yes, sir.
Name somewhere outside pretty you would like to visit.
Man, let me see. I want to go outside pretty somewhere where it's gonna be warm. But if you got anything doing some dirt bikes, side by sides, ATVs, that's me. Like where I'm from, like I'm country. So like one time my church throw like Sunday Fun Day. Sunday Fun Day is like
country?
Oh yeah, for sure. Big time country.
Oh, we couldn't tell.
He's country and an outside kid.
You feel me? So and we have like the events that had my church have is like on the mornings you have what we call noodling. Noodling is you get a noodle. You know how you got the big noodle that you swim with. Okay, we color in like three different sizes. You tie it up. You put your hook on it. Then you got your little catfish bait and you throw it in the water. You on a boat. You got like 10 boats. You got maybe 5 or 6 different families on these boats, and everybody, throwing your noodles out. And about an hour or two, you go back and you see your noodle, and now you're noodle fishing because when you pull your noodle up, you might have a catfish on the other side. So now we got that from like 2 hours. Then you got 176 acres, 180 acres of. We had a dirt bike, 4-wheeler where you just float your dirt bike in the mud pit. Then on the other, you got the bayou where you can swim. Then on the other side, you got a paintball stand. You're shooting paintballs. Then on the inside arena, you got a big dirt bike arena.
He is the true definition of an outside kid.
Yeah.
Man, then you got a dirt bike. Then you got the catfish fry over on this side. You got kids in the pool, volleyball. And then you got, you're talking. You got your cooks. It's just like that. So, that's what I need to be at.
You said the bayou?
Bayou, baby.
So ain't the gators in the bayou?
They in the bayou, but you ain't worried about them, Nah, I mean, my uncle, I mean, one time I was, where I'm from, we boat. So, the boat put in a tube. And I mean, one time my uncle said, I got a brother named Ryan, and it's, when you drive the boat set and you got the big, I forgot what it's called, but it's like a big, a hole. And the catfish, you'll get up to, catfish, a couple feet off the ground. He's inside there. I mean, one time, me and my brother going there and stick our hand on the water, but you gotta, go in, take your breath, go under, and try to bring a big catfish. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that, So me and my brother riding on the boat, just laughing, playing, we swimming, Then we see our uncle jump back up, throw this. And I'm like, nah, you think they got a fish? Man, my uncle came out there with a catfish. Man, I'm talking about this big, and I'm like, bro, how you expect me to go in there and grab that catfish, and this is almost my size, So yeah, I don't do that, but yeah, I hunt gators for sure.
It's crazy. You ever done stuff like that?
No. I live up in the suburbs in Chicago.
Oh.
We don't have those.
And I live in Indiana.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we don't have those either.
You gotta try it one day for sure.
Nah, I'm good. Really appreciate Larry Plummer, the Bobkats All-Star, coming on the show. Then the head coach of the Bobkats, Chandler Levinston-Simon, coming on the show as well. This has been the Bobkast. We'll see you next time.
Sure.